Hi again. This is the Lords of Middle-earth Tournament Game 2 between myself and Lanxing. Round of 32? Round of 16? I can't remember. I lose track of these things. Either way, not the finals yet. Yeah, so let's see. So I played Game 1 as Shadow. So this time I'm Free Peoples. So, yeah, let's see. There are the Dwarven Rings for... Weird. Both this time and the last time, it missed the other Dwarven Ring getting moved to Eredluin, and I had to do that for it. Anyway. Okay, so... Right, I have King Brand and Ents, and he has Pits of Mordor and Isildur's Bane. Decent cards, yeah. So I remember kind of specifically hoping for a whole bunch of eyes and a ton of movement for me so I could crown Aragorn, but the game gave me very not that. So he said 0 eyes and rolled 0 eyes, so I get 2 movement for free. I mean, more would be even nicer, but yeah. Here's how it goes. So out comes Saruman. Interestingly, I could eject Gandalf and crown him. You know, I think if I had a character card, I might have gone ahead and done that. But I'd have to be using a ring to turn one of these into that then, and then using a Will of the West. So now I'm using a ring to do that when I could also just use a ring to move again and have 2 movement. So Gandalf the White turn 1 would be cool, but is it worth 2 free movement? I don't know. Tough choices anyway. So I move again. He plays Pits of Mordor. That is a cool card. I do go ahead and use a ring to move again. He heads out towards Lorien. I play King Brand just to cycle. He moves more towards Lorien. I do some usual army movements, and out comes the Balrog. Okay, so on we go to the next turn. Obviously, I still have Gandalf's Narya die. He has to put in 1 eye this time, and now he rolls 3 more, and I roll. I remember seeing all those eyes in Palantirs and thinking, oh boy, Aragorn, let's go, Aragorn. No Aragorn. Definitely not an Aragorn crowning kind of turn. It is a move once and muster a little bit kind of turn. So I draw a strategy card. I don't know, I guess just looking for something to cycle. He moves troops out. I think I was really hoping for Power 2 Great, because then I could muster the elves down and, you know, muster in Lorien. But, of course, I gave him a ring last turn, so even if I did muster the elves down, he could still besiege Lorien this turn. So I muster the elves down some more anyway. He plays The Ring Is Mine. I play Guards of the Citadel. I guess just had to get a card out of my hand. He plays Rage of the Dunlendings. Wow, that is a lot of bodies in front of Lorien there. Okay, out comes Galadriel. He draws a strategy card, and I move the Fellowship, and I'm safe. So the downside to getting Galadriel like that was that, what do you call it? Now I have 2 Keeper dice for next turn. So I guess I was thinking I might get hit and lose Gandalf. So the question then is, why wouldn't I move first to see if I lose Gandalf or not? I guess I didn't want to give him an opportunity to place the Witch King and then cycle a strategy card on me, since he had a muster in those Palantirs. Anyway. Okay, so it brings the Southrons and Easterlings closer to war. On we go to next turn. Wow, Cruel Weather and New Powers Rising. Those are some gangster cards right there. Imrahil's alright, Gwaihir's alright. So yeah, on we go. 1 eye in, no more rolled, 2 movement for me. So I have to pick which Keeper die to keep. Obviously, you keep the Palantir instead of a draw because it's the same but better. Fellowship moves, and they are not hit. Southrons move to war. I use a ring to move again here because I'm really hoping that, what do you call it? That I'm going to get hit and then I can get Gandalf the White, I think is what I'm hoping for here. But I don't get hit, and that's that. So out comes the Balrog. Pass, New Powers Rising. So interestingly, I could play Gwaihir here. Gwaihir here. And put Strider actually in either Dol Amroth or Minas Tirith, and then crown it Aragorn. Or I might just move the Fellowship again. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Okay, troops moving towards the Dew Line and towards Rohan. I decided to just move again, and I'm safe. So, like moving again is nice, because now I'm at 7 movement on turn 3. So next turn, you know, if things go well, I might just make it to Mordor next turn. Okay, so Lorien is besieged. I muster up in Lorien. Troops move towards the Dew Line. That makes sense. I play Rangers of the North against Northern Rovanian. Get 2 hits. Nice, good job. And I put those guys in Old Forest Road just so that either spot he attacks, there's decent odds something will be able to retreat to Woodland Realm. That feels pretty good. And out comes the Black Captain, which I think makes a lot of sense, seeing how, you know, the Fellowship's already taken 7 steps without getting revealed. The Chief wouldn't be around for long to be useful here. Okay, Mirror of Galadriel, very happy to see that. Yeah, so that if Gandalf dies and I have, like, you know, a Palantir and a character die, then I can still get Gandalf the White. So I chucked Ent's card, yeah, because Gandalf's going to be late at this point, and Isengard's pretty strong. Maybe that was a poor choice. Maybe I should have chucked Tom Bombadil instead. Anyway, we'll see. I will be right back. Okay, hi again. Right, so on to turn 4. Fellowship, okay. 1 eye in, no more rolled. That's scary for me. And 2 movement for me. So the plus side is I can probably use Elrond and get to Mordor this turn. The downside is, will he already be at 10 points by the time I get there? Geez, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. And yeah, then there's a Balrog symbol in there. That can be an attack too. Yikes. Right, so I have to pick which one to keep again. So that's pretty lucky. Now I've rolled 4 keeper dice, like, over the last 2 turns, and none of them have been eyes, so that is a little bit lucky for me. I pass, which might be a mistake. I maybe should have mustered in Woodland Realm first. I guess I'm also thinking about saving that hybrid die for walking the dwarf into Erebor. That could also be a thing. Anyway, Old Forest Road from Witch King, that makes sense. Oh, right, I think this is also part of why I kept Tom Bombadil, because I wanted to have a nice card to play here. Scouts would obviously be the best, but Advantageous Position is also alright here. So yeah, there's Advantageous Position against Dread and Despair. I guess he's just cycling. So he gets 1 hit. Only 1 hit, so that is a bit lucky. Yeah, Advantageous Position coming in huge there, stopping both those 5s from being hits. No hits back for me. So he presses, so I downgrade to 2 regulars and retreat to Woodland Realm. So that works out quite nicely, actually, then, that, you know, mustering twice in there would have been a little bit overkill anyway. So out comes the Balrog army towards Lorien. Now he attacks Dale, which I find interesting. I play the shield wall there. I find that very interesting. I would be tempted to besiege Woodland Realm and, like, maybe run around and try to besiege Erebor first instead of giving these guys the opportunity to retreat to Erebor. Yikes, he rolls 3 hits. So, yeah, good call playing the shield wall. At least someone escapes here. But he also gets the leader from Black Breath, so it's really not much that retreats to Erebor. It's literally just 1 regular here. Right, and now I am not entirely sure what to do with the hybrid die. So I could put that last dwarf into Erebor to get it up to 5, but also Lorien might be being threatened this turn. So I might want to use that to reinforce another Elven Elite there. So I think he might have been a little better off to put this whole army in Dale, just to threaten. But at the same time, like, he wants to join up these 4 orcs to this army also, so that would be a little bit inefficient. Okay, so he musters up in South Rune. I pass, he gets his army together and brings the Southrons up. I move the Fellowship. So I thought about bringing in Elrond first here, but I think it doesn't actually make a big difference. Using Elrond, since he's my last ring anyway, using his ability would mean that I'd get hit on 6, then 5 here, right? So not using the ability means I get hit on 6, then 5, then 4. So I'm still not that likely to get hit on the first 2, and to be honest, I don't really care if I get revealed on the last one. Like, yes, that would mean 2, possibly 3 more tiles draws from the Balrog, but, like, look how healthy this Fellowship is. This is insane. This is nuts. And I'd really rather have this muster for mustering up in Lorien to help it defend. Like, at the same time, there's 2 full armies here against it, so I don't know, maybe that's a waste of time, but on my part to try to defend. But at the same time, you never know. If the dice say, hey, screw you, it doesn't matter if you have, like, 30 hit points. Like, you can still just lose. So, but I get hit on the 6 anyway. So not revealed, so that's nice. That is very nice. And out comes Strider. Okay, so now he besieges Woodland Realm. Fellowship moves again, safe this time. Now we're attacking Woodland Realm. Okay, so... Okay, Foul Stench against Charge. Yeah, I guess since the Elven Force pool is pretty depleted, and I'm probably going to... Yeah, I'm all going to use at least one more of these elites in Lorien anyway. It seems unlikely to get to use Círdan's ships well to defend Dol Amroth, so I use it as a combat card here instead. So my charge misses, though, and he gets one hit. I get one hit as well. So not too dramatic. So now I... Oh, yeah, I use the hybrid to protect both Erebor and Rohan, so that's something. He attacks Woodland Realm again. Ah, rough. He had Cruel Weather. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, that's so frustrating. Just watching the Fellowship move. Let's see, we moved 9 times, only got hit once, and it was a non-revealing tile. That's frustrating. So 3 hits for him, 1 hit for me. So yeah, not looking good for Woodland Realm here. So yeah, there goes that ring, moving again. We do get hit. It's a 3. And I just decide to eat the corruption. Fascinating. Why wouldn't I take a random there? Like, I've got so many companions to burn through. Oh, right, because I had Strider as guide here, so I wanted to play Athelas. Right, so taking that corruption is fine. That was the thinking here. Now out comes Grond against Woodland Realm here. Sealder's Bane for 2 hits, 3 hits back. I have no cards to play here anyway, so... and he just trusts to the dice, which makes sense. 3rd round, no card. He gets his 6. I get 1 hit back. But yeah, not really significant because like this army from East Rune plus the army from Woodland Realm should be plenty for taking Erebor. Okay, so on we go to the next card. Finally, Gandalf's dead, so I'm down to just 1 keeper die. We do have to declare past the Balrog, and I don't have Galadriel's ring. I used it to run, and the Balrog draws an eye. So that's extremely sad for me. Yeah, because like not only was I excited to use Strider's guide ability to hide from revealing tiles, which there's still a lot of, but also, you know, I had Athelas in hand I wanted to play. So that was a very rough scenario for me. Okay, so on we go. So 1 eye roll, 1 eye in, 3 more rolled. So that is, you know, lots of movement against lots of eyes is really good news for me because I need, like I'm still in great health, you know. I just need to... Yeah, so I did put the tiles in but forgot to move the Fellowship over, so I think that seems like a pretty obvious declaration of declaring. Lol. Okay, so in goes a blue tile. Out comes the mouth. Fellowship moves, and there's a Smeagol. Nice. Good Smeagol. Okay, armies getting together. I always get excited when I see an empty stronghold like that. Like, maybe I should have actually seriously considered using a ring. Oh, no, I don't have any rings. Never mind. Haha. If I didn't, or if I had a hybrid die, walking the North Regular out here to threaten reclaiming Woodland Realm would be quite useful. Okay, so I move again. It's a 1 reveal. So I take a random. It's Gimli. That's fine. So I'm taking a random here because I'm kind of hoping to move again. Actually, no, I guess I clearly can't move again this turn anyway. But yeah, like I've got tons of companions to burn through. I would rather not rack up a bunch of corruption. Although I guess I've also seen candles and a Sealder, so it doesn't really matter either way. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, so he gets his army together in Erebor. Fellowship hides. He attacks Erebor. Plays Black Captain commands to attack and get a couple more Nazgul out. So Deadly Strife, that's nice. That always feels good. Whoo, that was a good advantageous position. That saved 3 hits right there. And I get only 3 hits back. So that's pretty low hitting on both sides for a Deadly Strife. Okay, so he presses. No card, no card. Mumakil, nice. Oof, 4, just like that. Like it's no big deal. Okay, yeah, bye. There goes Erebor. Rip. Oh, man, that does not feel good at all. So I draw a character card. I guess I'm hoping for... more blue tiles, like anything to help, or 3 rings for the Elven Kings. That would be extremely helpful. Yeah. And he just has to chuck the Balrog die because the Balrog died in a fist fight with Strider, so there's nothing for him to do. Okay, so off we are onto the next turn. Did I never get Gandalf the White? Oh, I still don't have Gandalf the White. Rip. Oh, and then I roll only one movement. No Wills of the West. Oh, boy. Good times. So Fellowship moves, and it's a 2. Take a random, and it's a Hobbit. That's fine. And he's got all these attacks. So he needs 5 points. So let's see. What do you do? Use a ring to move leadership. Makes sense. Then you can bring the mouth over to Lorien. And you can put some Nazgul down in Orthanc anyway. Then hopefully blow up Lorien and Helm's Deep. Let's see. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. 1 for the ring. So like 1, bring reinforcements, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, seems unlikely to win this turn. Certainly doable next turn. Mind you, he has Ring Racer Abroad and Fighting Uruk-hai, so that's 2 more attacks out of these Palantirs here. And Shadows Gather that he could play. So anyway, I don't remember quite what happened, so let's see what happens. Yeah, so there's a ring for moving leadership. That makes a lot of sense. Yep. Okay, so I muster in Lorien. I think that seems perfectly reasonable. Okay, using the mouth ability to attack Lorien. I see a character card, so I play Daring Defiance here. You know, in case it's the Balrog. Okay, so he gets, 3 hits. Okay, great, thanks. And I get 4 hits back. So, okay, that is I think still a good deal for him anyway. But just like since he has so many more troops to bring in as backup. Okay, they're terrible against advantageous position. He rolls 3 hits. Jeez. Fine, whatever. And I only roll 1. Woof. Oh, man. Brutal. So I guess in theory, I could try to sortie here to try to kill the Witch King in the mouth. I don't know. Is that a good idea? I guess I could play Brave Stand. That's something. If I had a sudden strike, I'd feel a lot better about it. But I'm kind of tempted. Right, I've got more elves to muster here anyway, so I'm probably better off just using those dice to put more elves in there and hopefully hold on for another turn and hopefully roll enough movement to actually get there next turn. So yeah, I muster more in Lorien. He brings in the reinforcements. I use that muster to put in the last regular from the Elven reinforcement pool into Lorien, and a regular in the Shire, because lol, what else am I going to do with that? He attacks Lorien again. Onslaught against Brave Stand. So he rolls 0 hits, I roll 4. That is very nice news for me. That's great. So he presses. I guess he's not using the card. Yeah, not using the card. And he rolls 1 hit, I roll 2 hits. So that is, wow, yeah, look at that. There were so many troops there, and now they're just gone, you know? I pick up another Daring Defiance. Nice. So now he attacks Fords from Saruman. No card, no card. He gets 1 hit. I get 2 hits. For some reason, I took my casualties like that, and then I asked to change. I think that's fine, right? Yeah, he hadn't killed the die yet. Yes, and now he brings troops to reinforce both Fords of Eisen and Lorien at the same time. I think that makes a lot of sense. In goes Shelob's Lair. Yeah, he knows that, like, clearly he can't get to 10 points this turn, so he needs me to not dunk next turn. And then he plays Ring Racer Abroad. Interesting. Why is he... And he attacks Helm's Deep. I'm a little surprised he didn't play Fighting Uruk-hai here against Lorien. I guess he wanted to besiege Helm's Deep before I play Eomer. But I clearly don't have... I don't have a strategy card. So, I don't know. Anyway, like, not an insane choice anyway. Okay, so on we are to the next turn. So I'm really just hoping for, 4 character dice would be great here. I get 2 movement. If I had a ring here, huh? If I had a ring, this would be a lot more sure. Anyway. You know what? I'm actually just realized... Oh, I guess there's also Day Without Dawn here to be afraid of. But I was just realizing what might actually be the most prudent step forward would be playing I Will Go Alone to chuck all these companions. Because that way there's 4 tiles in here that would reveal me, but if I'm on Gollum, then they don't reveal me. But of course then you're risking Day Without Dawn, and that would also take away movement. So I think I probably just go ahead and run here. Yeah, and I hit an eye, which is would have been a reveal anyway, even if I had chucked all those. So now I take a random, and bummer of bummers, here I am sitting. If I had 2 more movement, then I could get there, and anything but a red would be a win. But now I need to hold off another turn, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks to get his remaining 5 points. So I'm kind of just sitting here praying that, that Lorien and Helm's Deep hold on. Okay, so on he goes against Lorien, Daring Defiance against Great Host. 2 hits for him, 2 hits for me. He presses. Swarm Bats against Advantageous Position. I'm very happy to get that much value out of the card, but he just rolls 3 6s, so that's the end of that. 2 hits back. They fought valiantly, but it does not matter. He forgot to take his 2 hits there, but I don't think that matters either. So now he moves leadership around. It does not look likely that I'll be able to hold him off. I draw another character card. I guess I'm hoping for Ent cards here to help Helm's Deep hold on. There's Fighting Urukai, Foul Thing from the Deep. Yep, that's some pretty good... Wow, though, I roll 4 hits back, though. That is an amazing start for me. On to round 2. Yep, Nameless Wood against Devilry of Orthanc. Woof, he just rolls 4 hits just like that. Okay, yeah, wow. Man, the Sieges were so tipsy-turvy this game. Good gracious. So I get 4 hits back, but it doesn't matter because he already conquered it. Now he just needs 1 more point, and he has 5 attacks. I somehow have to try to protect Edoras and Pelargir. Just good luck. That's clearly over. Okay, so I muster those regulars in the way. With these 2 dice, the army from Minas Tirith could come out and fight for Pelargir, and they'd probably win against this army. But then, of course, that's both my dice, and he could just walk into Edoras. So, that is that. Attacks Pelargir. He has a Great Host. Yeah, GG. So that is that for game 2, and we're on to game 3. We played game 1 and 2 back to back. I think game 3 was it the next day? Was it like 2 days later? I don't know. So, anyway, both of them turn 7 Shadow Military wins. I found that interesting. They're both exactly turn 7. So he had... Let's see, plus 3 attacks. That's 1 more attack than me, but minus 3 on 6s. So he had less 6s than me. I had minus 2 on movement, so that's certainly less movement than he had anyway. Both pretty good games. Pretty well played. So anyway, tune in next time for game 3. Toodles.